happened, and then there was Newark Pride Alliance. So, I was pretty outraged about it, just because it was just stupid and senseless. And then so I met LaQuetta and James. I think I met LaQuetta first. And she was just like this big, boisterous lesbian, and loud and present, and almost scary though, and intimidating.
Yeah.
Her persona. But now I understand why she had that too. So I was the newbie on the block, but now I understand why she had to be that way. And then I just started being active. I mean, Newark Pride Alliance was just founded based off of the Zakiya gun death. And, they wanted to just, bring awareness about LGBT issues, especially safety, which is because I think back then there was also a string of gay murders that was going on at the time. And, just to say, okay, look, like this crap has to stop.
Zakiya gun, I was it happened in 2003. I was back in South Jersey at the time, and I wasn't there in Newark when that happened, but the ghost of her death had it shaped, I think, that the more recent development of activism, or if there was already activism on the ground, which there was. And maybe activism looks like, I don't know, people ensuring that queer and trans people have a place to party, or they're pushing government. I mean, I think it takes various iterations, but Zakiya's death animated. It is the thing that catapulted, I think, the surge of activist energy that I came and at the tail end of. There were people like Dawn James, who was a young lesbian.
A voice, because if she wouldn't have, nobody would ever. You guys wouldn't even know who we are. You guys wouldn't know anything about anything. You know what I'm saying? Which would suck, because this is such a big deal, and not just because it's a film out. Because we want to give people who are afraid to be who they are, and who are afraid to come out the closet, and who would go through harassment, things like this on a daily basis, and bullying and things like that. We want to give them a voice. We want them to know it's okay to stick up for yourself, and it's okay to be exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this film came right on time. And not for us, because I would have been okay with just getting my life together and moving on with my life, and you know what I'm saying? But it's a film, around the world, though.
Yeah.
It's not just New Jersey. It's not just New York. It's not just North Carolina. It's Chicago. It's Detroit. It's Los Angeles. It's all parts of California. It's South Carolina. It's Georgia. It's Texas. It's Boston. We're gonna be in Boston next week. It's Spain, Africa, everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
1980, when I became a part of Black and White Men Together. And then in 1990, we got a call from Patty Pendarvis here in Newark, calling MACT New York, because she knew of the work that we were doing around HIV. And she said that there were too many people in the community of Newark who were dying, and they were not getting the information around HIV. And the group decided that Eric Perez and I, Eric is a Hispanic brother, and I, who were a member of the group at the time, that we would come and do a workshop at a local bar that Patty organized. And so at that point, in 1990, I decided I need to move back to Newark, that I didn't need to be going over on that subway, that there was too many people in Newark getting sick and dying. So I worked with Barbara Ford to write a grant to the state that was monies coming from Washington, the CDC, where we did what we call home health parties with people, teaching them about how to be safe in doing safe sex practices. And that project was called Project Fire. It started around 1992, and it went for
so long ago, where the beats were fast, so fast, loud, and rhythmic too. You did not want the night to end. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Remember when the chant or phrase was, we don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Burn, bitch, burn. A party, you know. Remember when T. Scott would spin those old songs which kept you young? Oh, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam. Better yet, Love Sensation. Or Ain't No Mountain High Enough to Keep Me From You. Not one of those red light special, a party that lasted to the early afternoon. Remember when breakfast became brunch and dinner was a late afternoon snack, followed by a nap or some other party starting in the afternoon. A good time, good people, long gone, so it seems. A time not so long ago, Larry Levan, Larry Patterson, before the last song was played, Call Bean's song became a national anthem. I'm happy, carefree, and gay. The straight kids, gay kids, both young and old, could identify. Color barriers broken down, walls broken down, and let's not forget Sylvester. You are my friend. 2 tons of fun, it's raining men. A time which hit the club culture hard. Through travesty, an epidemic came and became the enemy. HIV and AIDS are nicer words now, but then AIDS-related complex was it, or ARC, was named then. Stigma already attached just in the name alone, neither knowing nor caring at the time. It took a many promising artists, entertainers, and prospective people away. The faces have changed, but the ignorance has not. Once again, the cycle is repeating itself because people of color may be living longer, yet a lot of our long-term survivors are dying quietly. Kidney failure, liver failure, all kinds of formalities causing infinite casualties. Alone they are not. But voiceless has re-risen. This is not a time to be silent. This is a time to be invisible. Just because we are of color, look around would you please. Because if you remember those fallen heroes and sheroes gone too soon, listen to your heart. Remember the pain. And if you can remember anything, remember a party never ends. It goes on. Each and every one here is here for a reason, whether a friend, a lover, or a family member. Transition due to illness or disease, that is no one's fault. But ignorance allow our government to shred the little hope of dignity that any of us have left, just because our lifestyle different, our colors different, our religious belief different. We do not deserve a death sentence. Remember, the beat goes on.